Right. This is my grandma, Miss Doreen Hogan. I'm going to ask you some questions about globalization and your past. In what year were you my age? All right, 1944. From what country of origin is your family's heritage?
My dad was from Scotland, and my grandmother, Campbell, was from England, and my mother was born in South Dakota, but her parents were from Scotland, and my dad was born in Ontario. Did I say that? I guess I said that. I'll have to start out better, but this is just a trial run.
What is your understanding of the term globalization?
Well, it's the weather changes, I think. And, I don't know.
To which countries have you traveled?
Oh, just Canada and the United States.
When you were my age, what was the main form of communication you had with your friends and family?
There was no telephones. There was telephones, I guess, but there was no TV. And there was, but my family didn't have telephones then.
I'll take him while you're doing that.
Do you think life in our society is better today than it was when you were my age?
I think it's traveling a little too fast.
Let's feed the program.
Mom, your bum's on the camera. I was going to use this.
You're doing this.
No, it's supposed to be what she says the first time, okay?
Oh, okay.
What do you see as the most important innovation and or invention we have seen in the time since you were my age?
What amazes me most, I can pick the telephone up and talk to somebody in England or wherever in a minute or two. Where when my dad would get a letter from Ontario that one of his relatives had passed away, that letter would be addressed to the Northwest Territory, Alberta Northwest Territories. And when a relative passed away, it was always edged in black.
Okay. What issues do the youth of today face that were not issues faced by you?
Oh my goodness, there's many, many, many. We didn't hear of the wars they have in Europe and in Asia. And let's see what else could be. And that is very troublesome. And we didn't have the worries about those things.
Okay. What benefits and opportunities do the youth today have that you wish you had at my age?
Oh, I wish we would have telephones. And black and white TV was very special when we got it when I was married and had children. And everybody did their chores early, so there was a special show on. But they were fun shows. They weren't murder and like they have nowadays.
What was the biggest issue facing you when you were my age?
Oh, getting to school on time because we had to walk most of the time. In winter I would have long johns on and black stockings and a dress. Nobody wore slacks then or jeans, which would have been nice.
What was the biggest issue facing Canada when you were my age?
Well, the war was on and they were sending our troops overseas. And I can remember our WI was making money to send the troops cigarettes, which now we find out wasn't a very good idea, but everybody would be knitting.
Mm-hmm.
And what entertainment was, but we would walk to a dance or walk to a show. We had Sunday school around Hill, which I went to till they closed the church down.
What are 3 words or phrases that you used in everyday language when you were my age that are not used today?
I don't know, I think I use the same language as I did.
Okay. Oh, we missed one. What was the biggest issue facing the world when you were my age?
Well, it was the war.
Same thing.
Canada was involved in the war overseas.
What are 3 words or phrases that I use in everyday language today that were not used when you were my age?
Turn the TV off or turn it on.
What do you see as the 3 most important world events that have occurred during the time that has passed since you were my age?
I remember when President Kennedy was shot. I remember that exactly what I was doing. I was washing the front room floor on my knees on the farm. And we had school fairs, which I was always very excited to take part in, bake and sew. And we had track meets, but I was never very good in that.
Do you have any more important world events?
When the Queen come to Canada in 1939, Margaret, my sister, went to Edmonton to see her riding in the back. The school went to the Edmonton, and they rode in the back of a farm truck.
Oh,
With
cool.
some man-hauled cattle in.
That's cool.
To see the Queen in 1939. Your grandpa rode in the back of a pickup. The 3 boys did, and they said when they got home at 1 in the morning, they were really froze.
Oh yeah, I bet. What do you think will be the biggest change I will see in the world by the time I am your age?
I hope it's a good change. But I think the world is getting more people from other countries, and they might be starting to take over.
Do you feel marginalization had a larger impact on society now or when you were my age?
I don't understand.
Do you know what marginalization is? So the pushing of one group to the sides of society. It's okay, we'll skip that one. Do you feel globalization... Wait. Which country do you feel has the largest impact on Canadian society?
I think Asia.
All right. And do you feel globalization is a positive or negative thing?
I don't know. I think years ago things used to be better.
All right. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you very much. And have a good night.